Yo, welcome back everybody to another episode of Surrender at 5. I got with me my co-host as always, Random Moss. How you doing tonight, Random?
Yo, doing great.
Excellent, love to hear that. Beautiful Friday night, and I'm really excited for tonight because we got a great crowd with us. And of course, carrying that crowd on his big broad shoulders is our homeboy from Pokemon Unite, world famous Pokemon Unite Twitter, iWillLift. What's up, Will?
What's up? Hello, Mike. Hello, Ryan. Thanks for having me. I'm not even famous. I just tweet a lot.
Hey man, no,
I just tweet a lot.
that's what it is. You're always there. My timeline. Every time I go online, you know what I'm saying? Because they got the algorithm messed up. Like they'll show me tweets from 3 days ago, and then an hour ago, and then I don't know, 18 hours ago, and you're really good and consistent because you just happen to pop up every so often. So keep it up. I'm liking it. Good stuff.
Thank you. It also tells you how little I do work when I'm at work hour.
Oh,
Because when I tweet, because I work in IT, right? So I'm usually on my phone or my computer almost the entire hour time. So you know how little I do work.
Love that, man. Now your tweets are awesome. Love to see it. Good blend of stuff.
Thank you.
Really glad you're on the show. Of course, I watch your streams, watching your Twitter and your tweets and your content. Really good stuff. I came across you, I want to say I think 2-3 months ago. I think through Attica, as I started to branch out into other networks. Because like we were talking about before the show started, I used to be in sales and do marketing, so I kind of translated it when it comes to this. Because like we all can play video games up to a certain point, then you get bored. So why not kind of blend it with other stuff, networking, podcasting, streaming. So I believe when I started to blend over, to Kellosaurus, OCE streamers, Attica, I discovered your content. And I was like, this guy is, really cool, great personality. I think he'd be a great one to have on the show. So once again, thank you for coming on, for real.
Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, I know I say this a lot. I often say that I still consider myself a somewhat new streamer because I just started streaming last July was my first time starting streaming.
Last summer.
So yeah, 6-7 months. For me, I just feel like it actually hasn't been that long because the time flies, man. And especially when you're streaming Unite, it just feels like everything's just so short and flies by. Because that's the thing about mobile, it flies by, and then all of a sudden I'm like streaming like 3-4 days a week and then like 6-7 hours per stream. And throughout the time I like, this might sound cheesy, but I often say that I wouldn't have gotten here wherever I am right now, wherever this is, without everyone who was helping me on the way. And Attica was one of the ones that helped me out so much. We kind of just like matched our energy one time. Like, I think it's from Twitter too. And then because I went to her her stream, yeah, and I just watched her wearing her like Mimi hoodies and everything. And all of a sudden I just felt like our energy kind of just like matched. And then because of her, I grew drastically in within my community. She shared her community, and then of course like brought me to you guys, amazing creators that was able to like invite me to these podcasts. Like every time when I look at your podcast, because I think I came across you just probably about the same time. I think it might be earlier because I was watching Surrender at 5. I think even before we really came across each other. And
damn.
I was like I was looking at you guys and then the guest. I'm like,
Hell yeah.
these are such cool podcasts that you're talking about Unite, and everyone has different point of views and things like that. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. But I just never in my brain would think that one day maybe I'll be one of the guests. I just never thought I'm so new. No, like maybe in the future. And then when you hit me up, I was just like, oh, this can't be real.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, welcome to reality.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's no Gengar eating my dreams.
No, you're wide awake. No, this is reality, man. No, the natural energy you have and the way you like run your streams and handle yourself, it's just like you're pure born, man. It's natural. Like you got the gift. A lot of people have the equipment, money, assets, finances to be able to stream, and their streams just lack energy. It's just kind of dead. It's just like, is anybody there? Is anything going on? But like when you're streaming, no, you're there, you're reading everything in chat, and then kind of expanding on that within the comments in chat. And I'm just saying, like, you're a great streamer, man. So if you just started in July, like, I want to see where you get to next summer and every other summer after that, for real.
And honestly, thank you for saying all this. We have to quickly talk about chat parts. I thank you for pointing
Hmm.
that out.
Yeah.
I am probably within my community rated the slowest chat reader ever. It's like, so when
What's
I'm
to
playing,
me?
you guys,
Damn.
oh, trust me. Cause like you guys understand the part where like when you're playing Unite, it's hard to look at chat, right? Because like
Oh.
Unite, there's so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
So reading chat is just already difficult. I dedicated my chat reading in between matches, so I have those like little intermission, like quite quick 5 minutes and 10 minutes. It takes me so long to scroll all the way back. It's not even that many messages, but because the way that I read is slow, because I've got ADHD, so it's really hard for me to read messages. And then because English is actually my second language, my first language is Mandarin. I'm fluent in
Oh,
with
cool.
everything at
That's
all.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. But
Hell
I'm
yeah.
fluent in everything else. But reading is actually still difficult for me to actually properly, quickly glance and get what was on and then respond to it. And originally, my chat was just like, I saw someone asking like, is he even gonna respond? And then everybody started to realize I will, because I'm literally going line by line by line, and I'll respond to it. I start having like community members says he'll respond to it. Just he's slow. They even bully me like he's just slow. He'll get to you. He's just slow, and that is true. I'm literally
Oh
slow.
man. No, that
Yeah.
I feel you on that, especially when it's Unite, because I just naturally will like tunnel vision on, and not like tunnel vision in the sense of like I can't see the whole game. I mean, I'll just tunnel vision on said game.
Same.
So
Same.
like I know the chat's there, but it's like hold on, I'll get right there because we all know how it is when we're playing. And there are a pocket of people who don't stream. So like
Yeah,
I've come across people who've got upset, and it's like until you do it, you don't get it, and then it turns.
exactly.
But then the wheel spins. Now it's an argument.
Mm,
Oh, because I'm not a streamer, you're saying I don't get it, and it's like no, I'm not saying that. And then now it's a big
yeah.
mess. But like
We'll
for those of
get
us
to
who
you.
did get it,
We'll
yeah,
get to you. But Rayquaza just appeared.
yeah. Oh, that's the worst. No,
Exactly.
if someone's trying to have that conversation like within that 4 minute to end game, nah,
Oh
I'll
no.
get to you in the lobby. We can all chat in the lobby. Yeah, hold that thought.
That is exactly
Let me
it.
get this
That's
objective. Exactly. Yeah.
he was just like, dread is up. Just dread is up.
Yep. Time out. Time out. Um, so there are a lot of us who know who you are, but let's say for those who don't, new to the show, they're new to you. Can you let folks at home know like how you got into streaming, where you got your username from, and then how you got into Pokemon, which will eventually lead into Unite.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Well, for everybody who didn't really know who I am or haven't heard of me, my name is Will. You can also call me Lift. A lot of people call me Lift. Just don't call me I. So that's my intro to everybody who's new to my stream. And so thank you for having me here again. So how do I got in how I got into streaming? Before I actually I'll give a little back end story that ties into how I had my like handle my name. So before I got into streaming, I was actually heavily involved in making fitness related content. So I'm also a personal trainer. It's just a part of my passion, having just active lifestyles and things like that. So we're not gonna talk a lot about the fitness parts of it, because since it's gonna be off topic. But that's where I started. So this was probably 3+ years ago that I started making contents on like Instagram, Snapchat. I have a channel as well, but I haven't posted any new videos yet for a while because I'm so lazy editing. You guys will probably understand. If you have a footage, you don't edit. A week later, you will not touch it. It's just gonna be there
Oh.
forever.
Agreed.
Can I butt in on a story? Like
Please, yes, please.
I have this like really cool game where I face Spraggles, and then I had this really cool Rayquaza steal, and I wanted to edit it, but then there was like a week or two where I was just visiting family in LA, and I couldn't edit, and now I just go, oh, I could have done something, but it just feels outdated.
I see. That's okay. See,
Agreed.
randomize. You understand. That's exactly the point. you now feel it's outdated. It's not fresh content anymore. I'm so guilty. I went because I took a vacation to the UK for 2 weeks. I was vlogging my entire trip in the UK end of
Nice.
September. The footage was just there. There were 12 days worth of footage. I haven't touched them yet.
Oh,
And it's
12 days. Oh,
see, you guys understand.
yeah,
But yeah,
totally.
yeah, before I got into streaming, that's basically what I was doing. So, I'm not new to like talk in front of the camera because honestly, streaming to me is 10 times easier than doing vlogs because when I vlog, I'm talking to a camera that there's no audience. I'm basically just constantly talking, introducing what I'm doing, talking to people what I'm doing, and then I edit and put it on YouTube and in hope there's some comments and things like that I've floated in. So that's just a very passive sort of content creating. Same thing as Instagram. The thing
Yeah.
that closest to stream is basically, Instagram Live or Facebook Live and things like that. But I was quite familiar with that. And then for my personality, because I'm very, very extremely, in case you haven't noticed, outgoing, my brain wouldn't shut down. So I have the need to constantly either thinking, talking, being on social, on my phone, things like that kind of balance my energy out because I have a lot of energy just oozing out throughout the day. And then but before I got in touch with Unite, actually, sorry, my name first. So iWillLift. The reason why I got the name iWillLift was because when I first got a job after I graduated school, I worked at the Apple store. I was super into all Apple products. So at the time, there was every product that's like with an I in front of it, like iPod, iPads, iPhones, and everything like that. So when I got my job at Apple, I made my account logging name iWill.
oh, that's
So
cool.
at that time, it was
Okay, I
I
see where
will
it's at. I
everything.
see it.
Yeah. So if you see my Twitter, it's iWill424, which is my birthday. Not everyone's gonna start guessing my password.
Wait,
So
that's
Oh,
my
snap.
brother's
iWill.
birthday.
Hmm.
424.
Yes,
That's
let's
my brother's
go.
birthday.
424. Oh, snap.
Taurus gang. But yeah, so it was iWill424 everywhere. As the like using them on my social, and then when I started getting to Instagram, that was like just finished starting off on Instagram a couple years later. I was like, no one has to say I'm gonna make my name from iWill424 to iWillLift. I was just like, I was so proud at the time. I'm like, that's so
Yeah,
clever.
that
I
is.
will live. That was so clever. It's like, because at the time,
That's
many
money.
people have like their name dot fit or name dot fitness. I'm like, that's just so basic. Because
Yeah.
marketing. So for marketing, your branding is
Mm-hmm.
everything. You want your
Oh, yeah.
name to be catchy and somewhat relatable, but
And
unique
original.
and original. Yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
to become one of those fit or dot fitness. Not to trash talk them, but it just everybody's the same thing, and I hate doing things that someone already did. I feel bored.
Right.
Can't keep doing that. So that's where the I Will Lift came from. And before Unite, I played the main series of Pokemon games all over starting from like yellow, red. Because that's back then when I was in Taiwan. You guys didn't have yellow, I think. You guys had,
Oh
I think you
no.
guys had red or green.
No, we had yellow, red, blue. We didn't have green.
Yeah, we have all of them because obviously we're right by Japan. So we
That's
have all the
cool.
colors. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
started from that, and then gold and silver, and then crystal. Crystal was my favorite
Mm-hmm.
of all of the early franchises. And I
Yes.
think I skipped 2 or 3 generations because when they switched from Game Boy Color to GBA, I couldn't afford the console, so I skipped a few of them. So like Diamond Pearl, Black. I think Black and White was Black and White was switching to the newer console again. So my first return to Pokemon game was X and Y, which was also my favorite, because that's the first ever 3D
Oh,
Pokemon game.
yeah.
And I have the console. That's the Yveltal um edition for the console for the 3DS. My friend
Ooh.
Oh,
has it.
the
Otherwise, I
special
would have show
edition.
it. Yeah, otherwise I would have show it. And then I took a break again. Oh, I know. Actually, I got Omega Sapphire. That was after X and Y. That's a remake. And then I
Oh,
Omega
yeah,
took
Ruby
a
is one of
yeah.
my
break.
favorites.
Yeah, that was because when I like because they made Kyogre remake and the animation was just so good and I was so happy about
Yeah.
it.
Ooh, the primal
Yeah.
reversion was crazy.
I know, it
They
was
were.
so insane. It was so
They
And then
were.
after that, I also took another break and then came back when they launched Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and then I also bought the console because that was my first Switch. And then I
Now
took a
those were
break because
cool.
those were awesome. Those were
Yeah.
amazing. It was and it was also the first like main series remake that it's like a fully proper 3D animation of all the Pokemon moves, because that's what I'm obsessed
Yes.
about. I want to see my Pokemon when
That's
it
such a good point.
launches. I want them to see this. I don't want the Burgos move forward and backwards. You know what I mean?
No, that's a good point.
You don't want to see that
Yeah.
little bird PNG move up, back, left, right.
Exactly. Like, it's good when the game first came out, but I got so bored. I'm like, I want to see the wing do this. Give me my gust properly.
Give me the gust.
Exactly, give me the gust, and I was so happy. And then you were able to like ride Charizard flying out, ride Gyarados.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon Pikachu and Eevee was a great remake. Like I got a little bored of the storyline because it's kind of similar. But I love the animation. And then I took a break again. After that, I didn't really play Sword and Shields or Sun and Moon. I think I played a little bit Sun and Moon. So I just took a break, and then when Unite announced, before it was even live, it was in beta, I was so excited because I'm not a collector of a Pokemon. I'm a battle person. I didn't do VGC because it's to me, it's a little too repetitive and it's turn by turn.
True.
I
Yeah.
can't wait. Yeah, it's repetitive
Yep.
and turn by turn. I just don't have the capacity in my brain to sit there and wait.
Yeah.
And I was a mobile player when I was like younger. I played Dota 2. Wait, Dota 2, I forgot. Frozen Throne. That was my first Dota, and I love MOBA because it's a set amount of time. Every game is different, so you feel refreshing. It's frustrating. Don't get me wrong, because you have to partner with random people, right? But it's very, 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 very refreshing every game. So when Unite was launched, I'm like, my favorite game and my favorite game style is coming up with a combo, and I can fully control my character to use the move I want to move. Other than the closest to Unite of like battling Pokemon experience without being turn by turn was Pokemon Go. I was hardcore in Pokemon Go battle for a year. Until I got bored of sack swap. Yeah, until I got bored of sack swapping my Pokemon match charge move. I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. But yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite Pokemon spin-offs is Pokepark. And I just found that really fun. Oh, you've played Poke?
Ads is on right now.
Ads are on.
Yeah, ads on.
Yeah.
Oh, no worries. So Pokepark.
Recording will come in, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
let's go then. Let's go.
Yeah, they'll be able to check it out on YouTube, nor in full length. Pokepark. What is that?
Pokepark. I actually didn't check. I saw it when it was launching, and I didn't quite understand, and I think I just missed the entire thing. So you're gonna have to tell us what's Pokepark.
I'll gladly. Pokepark is pretty much you spawn in as Pikachu and 3 other starters. But you're separated from your friends, so you have to go through the Pokepark, which is a series of a few different zones, but it's vast, and you go through, meet new Pokemon, and there are like these specific games you play, like you play tag, hide and seek, and then the battle is very similar. It's not turn-based, so that's what made me think of it.
Really? And is it an app?
Interesting.
It's a Wii game.
It's a Wii game. Oh.
And I just remember playing Pokepark, and as like a little 10-year-old, 8-year-old, I forgot how age, I was just thinking, wow, this is the greatest thing of my life. And that was the first game I created a second save file for.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Because you spawn as the Pokemon, not trainer. Like as the Pokemon. That is awesome.
Would you guys be interested in showing the chat and YouTube this for those watching the podcast? Pokepark real quick?
Yeah.
I'll put it up on screen.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
Yeah, let's do it. That would be amazing.
So we got it right here.
I want to play this.
Got it right here on screen. Pokepark Wii.
If I had a
Pikachu's
Wii emulator,
Adventure.
Oh,
I've
you brought it
never-
up? Nice.
I've never seen this game.
Oh, that was Wii. Yeah, Wii. That's why I missed the entire thing.
So this is Pokemon
It's-
Unite version 1? Excellent.
Probably. You know what though? I'll give you that. Probably this is Pokemon.
It has
Unite
the
version
same
1.
shading. I just realized
Their
as like the
videos?
very beginning.
I gotta see a video.
Actually,
Let's open this
though.
trailer. Oh, that's not what we're looking for.
That's a Mr. Mime.
Yeah, but you know
That's
what? Though?
not
It
wrong.
actually could be. It actually could be the original idea where, like, Unite partially came
Yeah.
from, because Pokemon Company. I mean,
Let's
they
see.
share ideas across there. Let's see.
Yeah. All right, let's check it out.
Oh, the 3 characters is already in Unite.
Oh, yeah.
Shocking.
Oh yeah, Mew.
Right? Oh my god,
So
are
you-
we
wait,
leaking
you drop-
any
is this
data on it
Fortnite?
right now?
Is this Fortnite?
Where are we
We're dro-
dropping, boys?
We're dropping.
Yeah.
All right, running jungle. Oh, Snorlax.
Truly, yeah.
Machamp. This is Unite. Mime.
Mary, this is Unite.
Lapras.
Mime.
The leak.
Lapras. The leaks.
I know the leaks. I love Lapras.
Pikachu.
Oh, they also had Magikarp jump.
Yo,
What? No way.
this might be a leak. Ursaring.
I'm getting waves of
Hitmonlee.
nostalgia right now.
This was a game I never heard of this game. I would have played it.
Mamoswine. I would have played it.
I
This
never
is
heard of this game, yeah.
insane. I cannot believe this is. And I'm not gonna lie, the animation's really decent. It's really
Yeah.
good.
This is like Pokemon Arceus graphics. I would have played this show. What the hell? Shit.
I'm so
Wow.
jealous, random. You play this, I'm
Wow.
so jealous.
Wow,
This
dude.
is so good. This is actually really good.
Way to hold out.
I know. Hitmonlee, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, like Chow was saying that they never heard of it either, so damn.
That's crazy.
It's so good. They actually made a sequel, but honestly, you guys will probably like the sequel too. Personally, I thought the original was better, but I feel like the sequel is just
Wait,
is pretty
there's-
good as well.
There's not one, but
There's 2.
2 of those games?
They made one for Black and White.
What? No way.
Oh. Can I download?
Park 2 Wonders Beyond.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
I can't.
Wait.
I can't believe you missed this whole.
Wait,
Can we
they made a
download this
jingle.
on the Switch?
I don't think it's on this. Oh, they should
I
make
don't
like
think you could,
an
It's on the shop.
emulator.
but probably emulators in some way. Probably you could.
This has to happen on stream. I
Yeah,
never heard of that.
Same. I'm so happy we talked about this because that was. I'm not gonna. That does feel like it feels like an Arceus and Unite combination of just
Seriously.
like a pre-evolution. Like they're testing water, basically.
They just like tested it early and they were like, all right, cool, let's pull it back. I want to split this into 2, make a billy off
Oh,
this, make a
You
billy
you
off
would
that.
classify Pokepark as open world RPG.
That's what it looks like, yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm stunned, but I'm going to recollect myself. All right, we're back. All right, cool.
It's
So-
such a good video game. Chat's wilding out,
So,
and I would too if I heard about this for the first time.
speaking of early Unite, yeah, Will, so getting into Unite, we know tournaments coming back, UCS is building back up. You are the captain of a team. Can you let us know how Unite is going for you, how you organize your team, and what your next steps are to get to the next level?
Ooh, this is an excellent question, and holy smokes, there's a like right now, I built my team roughly like I started this whole process maybe I'll say 2-3 months ago, and as you guys probably know, if you try to find 5 people to actually play well together, is already kind of difficult. So everybody has different play styles, and their skill sets are kind of different in the way they plays, and then the characters they're maining is already different. So
Yeah.
building an actual team is already difficult. At first, what I wanted to do is because it was a season 4, season 5. I was done with solo queue. I was so done because I solo queue from season 1 to season 4.5 till 5. That was just also that was before I stream. And I was just so frustrated. So when I first started streaming and getting to know the community and making friends and whatnot, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to build this kind of a team, maybe two teams where we have a pool of people who are quality. I guess quality is the word, or like, yeah, I think quality players are the word that can
Yeah.
find people to play in this pool of 10, 12 people. Doesn't matter if you want to build a team or not, but this is just the original idea. But the more that we start playing and the more I watch all of the like the UCS season 1 players playing, because I watch the stream every single day. I'm like, this is something that I really want to do, because the competitive parts of Unite is really, really interesting. Like it draws me over it. So then I started to talking to all of the seat members at the time that I built the team, and then turns out like a lot of people are actually really interested in being competitive. So then the team slowly forming into the seat member of 5 plus 2 subs. So this was roughly maybe a month and a half to 2 months ago that we officially have our seat member all locked in doing practice to begin with. So our first season, I think this was probably season 7 when we first formed in, was really rough. Like, because we were just formed as a team, we didn't really understand how to properly call out in between each other's, how to team fights, how to do anything basically at a time. As the 7 of us, so there was a lot of grinding each other's gear, not fighting, but we were just constantly in each other's way. Like if you think 5 stack is easy, it absolutely isn't, because
Mm.
if you're not working with each other, because the thing about MOBA, like that's also why solo queue is so difficult without comms. It's really hard to work with each other as a 5, that
Yes.
not grinding each other's gears, not being in each other's way while doing what you're supposed to do. So we'll talk about solo queue later on. This is the
Mhm.
thing about the 5 stacking. That's why when I 5 stack on stream, I tell stream chat, I'm not reading chat at all.
Not at all.
My focus is on voice, on VC, and they understand it, because I didn't know that people like to watch 5 stacking. And I think they love to see the competitive side of it. Hearing our like VC is actually really engaging. I think that's what they're telling me. Because originally
Yes.
I felt bad. I was like, when you guys watching us 5 stack, you must feel really bored. Like, no, this is actually really fun to watch. So we like at season end of beginning of season 7, we're just grinding and try to figure it out. Why are we losing? We were probably on like 10, 12 lose streaks of 5 stack, and it's really discouraging. And slowly we kind of finding each other's ways, better our skills individually and then together. As you can hear the word like micros and the macros. The macros are the things that amongst your team, how do you work together? So in season 8, we started getting a lot better. Like my team will go on with like a 10, 12 win streaks at night. Some days we have bad days, like it happens, but like the last season I was so proud of my team. They were able to end the season at like 1800 plus on elo. It's not high considered for a lot of competitive teams, but for us we went from not able to 5 stack all the way till now that we're able to properly in at least in ranks we're able to rank up. We had a lot of scrim across a lot of Unite communities. I'm not gonna lie, it was really difficult for us because
Yeah.
they were very much advanced, or at least more senior than us. They had more experience than us. We're still considered somewhat not new, but we're also not senior team as a team. So there's a lot of things we have to learn. So when we run scrims, it's
Right.
really again discouraging that you keep eating it at scrim. We only recently started to having wins, or like, we don't go by like 0 to 3. We go by like 1-2 or 2-1, and we're able to do like 2-3 rounds of scrim, not tilted as the entire team. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So that's the part. Yeah.
question real quick. So in the
Mm,
scrims, let's say your team goes against another team
yeah.
and they beat you handily that first time, best out of 3.
Yeah.
In that second match, does your team stick to your guns, or do you try to mirror what they do and try to put that pressure on them? I'm just curious, like how the mindset of the 5s go.
It really depends on the team comp that we went up against. So what team comp that we had in the first match and what did they have. And now because with the draft pick and pick ban, so the strats are already different based on team comps. So that's the one thing. And the second
Okay.
thing is we'll quickly discuss. Usually we'll have a 5-minute quick discussion. What we did wrong, what could we have done better from the last match, things like that, and what was the condition that we actually, gave into it. And we'll
Right.
quickly adjust to the second one. And then there's no guarantee, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
especially not to make it as in part of the excuse, but because the raid changed back, there still are some sort of 50-50 flip into the end game. But majority of them is still your positioning at team fights. Do you want to bait them out for a fight? Do you want to pressure for taking raid? What do you want? Or do you want to even everybody go score at their home base? Like there's so many strats for it.
Right.
So we basically take away from what we didn't do well on the last match and trying to do better on the next match. And at the end of it, of course, like every team do the thing is after the scrim, we'll find a day to go back to do VOD review. So as a team, with or without a coach, like I'm the captain and the coach. I'll say semi-coach for my team at the moment, and then we also have another coach that we hired recently. But we'll go through the VOD reviews and we'll look at basically every majority, objectives, team fights, farming, things like
Yeah.
that. Those are the things that you have to. Those are the keys to really progress in the game. We'll do that and see. We'll point it out literally who was mispositioning, who went in too fast, who didn't take their farm. The farm was not cleared properly. There's too many team fights, bad team fights, rotating too late, things like that. That's just all the things about stacking, the very basic ones. So these are the ones that you probably hear a lot of 5 seconds are discussing all the time on their VOD review. These are the basics ones, right? Like your micros,
Right.
which is your farms, your macros, which is your team fight, and
Mhm.
rotations on objectives. So those are just the basic ones. So for my team right now, like we all registered for UCS season 2 already, so we're really excited for February 4th, the February Cup.
Excellent.
Like my team is about to ramp up all of our practice and everything. We just recently had a little rule change of just a little internal change and adjustment. So right now everyone's just quickly grinding all of our synergies back, things like that. So yeah, we're really excited for it,
Oh
and I
yeah.
think we're very ready for it. There are a lot of talented and very, very well skilled teams out there, and we're
Yes.
really excited to go up against them. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm hyped to see it.
Thank
So
you.
I never got into that level of tournament play. I just played like little local Trovo tournaments, little battle fight tournaments. So I was just really curious on the mindset. Thank you for that follow, Ryan in chat, checking us out right here. We got Will on episode 18 of Certain 5 podcast. Yeah, I was just curious about that mindset because I've been in that scenario, and without having a team as well oiled as yours probably is at this point in time, that mine wasn't at that point in time. Everybody had a different opinion, and throughout the rest of that tournament, things didn't go the way we wanted. But things happen like that. So it's cool to hear you give that background on solidifying the team, how you guys work through learning each other, strengths, weaknesses, and not argue and just fall apart. Because I've seen, I can't say hundreds, but pretty close. Like seen so many players in the year and a half this game has come out, and
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. I know like 3 guys like from the start. There's so many new people that have come up, and it's just cool to see, like you said, all the talent out there, and the great teams coming for this next season of tournaments. I'm really excited for it.
We have a question from chat. Jason
Oh yeah,
asked,
let's hear
what
it.
do you think of the draft game in Unite? Is it an improvement for the game? And then I would like to add, what's the strategy for which Pokemon to choose first for a draft?
So like for draft, because right now it's not available in ranked, which I was really disappointed. I'm pretty sure people are. It would bring a lot of spices in ranked, but I think it would also complicated things for a lot of casual players. Because as much as we hate to admit or to hate to acknowledge, but I think I forgot who I heard from, but I do agree that half of the people that play this game aren't in it to be competitive. They're here to have fun with their favorite Pokemons, and then they want to be someone competitive, but not living their life off of it.
Right.
So I think that's probably why draft wasn't really in ranked, because then it makes it not as casual anymore. And so that's my thought of it. Like I love the draft pick because it personally, and I'm pretty sure for a lot of players, it puts pressure for you to be a better player overall and more well-rounded player. When I started United for its first 4 seasons, there's a reason why I have a gold ribbon Alolan Ninetales. As soon as the ribbon came out, I automatically had it. I mained Ninetale for 4 seasons straight. That was
Wow.
my main. That was my main to get me to masters every season. Because at the time, I Spill A9 was just so good, so
Yeah.
good, and like she was slept on because A9, like to play A9 without a proper front line, you're kind of squishy, kind of useless. You have to be very thick-skinned to kite and to watch your team about to die and you walked away because you just can't feed. So for 4.5 seasons, I was playing nothing but mages because when I was playing other MOBA, I was a ranged mage main and a
Hmm.
healer, but not so much as a healer, but mage a lot. So when A9 came out, I'm like, yo, that's one of my favorite Pokemons. I love A9. I love the playstyle because it's a mage. So I main her for so long, and I play Venu as well, which is again is a mage. And I think at the time those were the only two. I think one more. I forgot what it was that I played at the time, and those were just the 3 mages that I played at the time. Guardy at the time was so trash, and nobody wants to touch
Oh,
Guardy,
good lord, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those like at first like couple seasons, Guardy was just like, oof, it's just,
Doo doo.
if she dies, yeah, she can't do anything.
Cheeks.
And
Yeah.
then before draft came out, this was like rumor coming out that draft is about to come out. And at the time, I think this was season 5, season 6, that I was struggling to rank up with just mages. Because that was at a time when healers got buffed, tank gets buffed, everything gets changed. There's a lot of patches coming out that were not the best at only maining mages in solo queue. Especially in solo queue, like if you want to rank up, you play mages, it's so hard. Like my A9 win rate was like 49%, but I was like top 100 A9 in world rank. And if you look at the rank A9's win rate, a variety goes from like 90 some percent to 40 some percent. Because as a
Oh.
mage, yeah, if you rank as a mage, it's just difficult. And so before draft came out, I heard that's gonna come out, and then I feel like I need to broaden my horizon of the amount of monsters I would play if I want to rank up in solo queue. So I started picking up like a tank. So I started playing Slowbro, which is super super fun. I love Slowbro. I'm now like a vid Slowbro main, and then I started picking up Blissey. Started picking up Eldegoss right now, and then Mamoswine. I play a little of Azu, all to prepare for draft came out because we thought draft's gonna come to ranked. And that was when I started
Yeah.
practicing as well, right? It's gonna come to
Mhm.
rank. I was like, well, if it comes to rank, I can't play this game in solo queue if I can't find people to play with me. So that was the whole thing about draft. Which I honestly think it's a blessing. It pushes me to be a better player overall. And here's the thing: when you are a better tank, you're a better attacker, vice versa, because you understand what you need from another character, right?
Oh.
You're not blaming your character anymore. Yeah.
Oh, I definitely get that because you're
Yeah.
in their shoes. And then you go
Exactly.
to the other person and you're like, okay, now I know what you need because I was in
Ex-
your shoes. I'm gonna get
yeah.
these guys off. You ult
Yeah.
them, we kill them all.
Yeah.
GG's.
Exactly. And that's why I do really encourage people to play a variety of different mons. First of all, every different mon's moveset on their cooldowns, their range. This is a little more advanced
Ooh.
talk about it. So you know how to kite them out, you know how to wait for their cooldowns and things like that, you know their ability, how they dash, you know how their move works. But for more casual player, it's more so to understand when you're a squishy mage, you're expecting your tank to tank for you. But how? Right?
Hmm.
And then when you're a tank, you expect your mage to deal damage behind you, and you're taking all the damage. This is just a quick example. But
Hmm.
without being in each other's shoes, you don't know how to work with each other. You just jump in, and your tank will jump in. Everybody dies at the same time,
Right.
right? You don't kite or anything else. And that's what I learned personally is ever since I started playing tank, I'm a better mage. And when I play mage, when I play tank, I was such a good tank because I know exactly what all you need because that's all I needed. So I'll be doing the things that I know what an attacker would need. And it's just such a good benefit of having a variety of different mons on your belt. You're able to fill in solo queue. There was a good period of time I was playing Blissey and I was able to rank up a lot because nobody wanted to play healer at the time,
Yep.
right? Like everybody wants to play attackers and junglers and attack
Mhm.
damage carries. Everybody wants to be the star. Little do they know, when nobody heals you and the enemy has a healer, you're done. And that's always how we lose the game.
Yep.
Is you have like 5 attackers on our match. It's always on our side. It's so weird. The enemy team is always well balanced. I don't know what it is
Perfect.
about.
Well
Right?
balanced
They're
meal.
always
Mhm.
well balanced. Always. I know, right?
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
They have their
yep.
greens in there.
Right?
My team's over here with 5 sweets and shit. Come on, man.
Literally, my team just flat out steak. All steak.
And it's not even the good steak. There's like
No.
half of it is fat.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
nasty, stringy, like what is that? Then yeah, the bad steak. So I feel you on that,
Yeah.
man. It's horrible. It really is.
Yeah.
Because like I thought it was me for a while. I'm like, yo, why is this happening to me? And I watch all the streamers all the time, and then it's always on this side. I'm like, why
Yeah.
does my favorite streamer have 4 attackers or 3 attackers and one random whatever character that's not going to do anything, 0 aura? And it's just
Yeah.
like I
It's
don't
so
get it.
weird. And when you look at the other side, they always have a tank, an all-rounder, and an attackers. I'm like, it's so weird. And
Yep.
the enemy team always more coordinated than you as well. You'll watch them 5 men to your path objective while your side is 2-3. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Boom, boom, all the goals gone. Will, have you ever seen or heard of the original Space Jam?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
Perfect. So I like to make this joke whenever I go into these queues. I got a character that, not that I'm working on, that I'm good with, that I know I've won with, and I know my role, and I click it quick, and it's always a lane character, so I can give the random the jungle. I know it sounds crazy, but in the queues I get, I have to like treat my randoms like kids.
They're gonna call jungle.
You know,
anyway.
they're gonna call it anyway. Take my farm, so I might as well get the lane and get the 14 like I always do. And then like I pick the lane, and then we got a follower. Appreciate that follow. Get you real quick. Pick my lane. Jungler gets jungle, and I watch the rest of the team populate, and it's a bunch of red characters. And it's like, wait, guys, we can't have 4 attackers and a speedster, and the speedster be 0 aura. And I look at the bottom team, ready? Coming in at 6'6", 250. We got Blastoise, you know what I'm saying? And then to the left of Blastoise, in the left pocket, we got that Blissey, you know what I'm saying? They all have excellent items. And then, coming in center, we got our Urshifu, top lane.
Yeah.
They got something crazy like Lucario. And then to round out the team, bottom, they got a Mr. Mime. So they're just, they got a team that's on lock, man. And my team, it's like we're supposed to be Space Jam. They're the Monstars. Like we can't beat them. Like every team, most teams I play against, I'm like, yo, these are the Monstars. Like how are we supposed to win, man?
But then Rayquaza shows up and you get the secret stuff. You get that last minute buzzer beater. It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes.
It's so stressful, like knowing most of my games I'm going into, if it's solo queue, that I have to accept that I'm gonna have 1 to 2 goals, maybe 2 goals, but most of the games 1 goal, and it's just gonna be on me to play a shred character, and because I always save my ult. I don't care what anyone says. I'll die. I'll never panic ult. I'll save my ult, and I'll be ready for Rayquaza. And I have to wait for the steal. It's crazy.
For solo queue. I agree. Do you know how many times I like my chat knows I'm like the certified Zap stealer and Ray as well. Like I'm so good at stealing it because of solo queue. You just you have to steal. And then when I play Ninetale, I used to like go through in team fights everything, but the thing is, Ninetale's ult is a range, a circle.
Yeah.
if you don't get enough people in, it's kind of a waste. And at the same time, like, because mages are so easy to get targeted on. I often die first without having to use my ult because I just died first. That we were not participating in team fight, we get one shot most of the time back then, and then I will go in and then we'll look at Zap at the time that I know when I eject button in, put my Avalanche Blizzard combo to people away and ult and steal it and just zoomed out.
Yeah.
That was
mean-
so many steals at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like you kind of have to in solo queue. Otherwise, there really isn't other ways when your team's kind of mashed around. And with Ray is at the same time, it isn't as much of a steal anymore, but so much still. The other day I was solo queue as an Elder Goss. I stole Ray with a B press. You just have to get in there and be pressing.
Yeah.
That's kind of it.
That B press is goated, man. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're right about that, because a lot of my games, off stream, I rank up a lot, and it's purely because I'm playing a shred character, preferably Scyther, and I'm using Fluffy Tail.
Yep.
And there are people who
yeah.
are thinking differently, and they're just like, you should run this, that, and the third. And while they say all that, I'm over here, real talk, I'm on my couch watching 90 Day Fiance, you know what I'm saying? Couples who can't get their shit together. But meanwhile, I got my shit together because I'm killing the Rayquaza, getting all the objectives. Dude, it's nothing like it. I just love popping that Fluffy Tail, hitting that Scyther ult, annihilating everybody, and just going to score.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy how casually I win a bunch of games sitting on the couch playing on Wi-Fi on handheld versus on stream, Ethernet locked in, pro controller, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man, dude. Like,
I agree. That's literally it.
man.
Like, you rank up a lot when you're off stream because obviously, like, you're not distracted, right? And at the time, like,
Yeah.
you do pay a lot more attention. I also only answer like half of the question, the draft. I'll quickly loop back a little bit to randomize because like he does ask me what would be the best strat for draft, like picking draft. I'm not the best at picking draft because I'm still kind of like getting used to this. I don't want to use the word stupid, but unfriendly interface for draft. I'm pretty sure everybody experienced it. The timer's 20 seconds to make decisions. Like, excuse me, I haven't even wake up yet. I'm already making decision. But when you're picking drafts, basically you try to ban the characters that both sides doesn't really want. Sableye and Dodrio.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with Urshi. I personally am okay with Urshifu because you know what? Whatever. Like it's a stealing. It's unstoppable objective taken. Even that, I'll much rather deal with that than Dodrio. Because I'm a mage main still. Like Dodrio just likes to come around from our end and pick my ass. It's just stop this.
Yep.
Same as like.
Yep.
See, like you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. They always loop around to our side of the map and then peck you and then walked away. So that's basically it. So for band wise anyway, and then for draft pick, depends on who picks first. You want to strategize the parts where if you don't get to ban the characters that you don't want the enemy team to play, your team needs to have someone to play it if you get the first pick. So a lot of popular picks, like, you know, if you want Ice Lane, if you want Blissey, if you want Urshifu, whoever you want, you have to like that. Also basically ties into become a better player. Is your team needs to have someone to be able to play those characters. So that's basically that puts you in the head, right? You can't just be like, oh, let's lock in Blissey. Nobody plays Blissey. What's the point? You just enemy doesn't have it, but. What's the point? Your team basically have one character that you can't play. So that's the basic. That's a very basic minimum strategy. Is you want to have someone who plays the characters that you don't want the enemy team to play. And if you have first pick, or when you do this, because if you're the second pick, you get to pick two at once, right? That's when you lock into the characters that lane really well together. Or you have an attacker that you really want to lock in, like, you know, for example, ice lanes, or the tank that you want to lock in, or the support you really want to lock in, things like that. You're locking the characters that you don't want enemy to have, and your team has someone to play with. So that's the very bare minimum of drafts, and you have to have that discussed early before you get enough, because you only have 20 seconds to make any decisions. God
Mhm.
forbid.
Yes, valuable tip right there. Got to discuss that early. Good point.
Yeah.
Hey, so
But yeah, there was that.
so before we transition out of the interview and into some juicy Unite Twitter, want to ask a question, kind of shake it
Okay.
up here, because we really appreciate you for all the competitive knowledge, most definitely.
Thank you.
So are you a fan of meme compositions? Obviously not in any scrims or tournament sense, just in the, you know, fun laid back hangout sense.
Meme compositions.
Like off meta, but
Oh,
two characters that play together at
Yeah.
the same time would be fun.
okay. So I'm gonna say this is because like everybody knows I'm just like I speak my mind. I'm gonna tell you it depends on my mood.
Oh,
Fair.
yeah, love it. Oh,
Very
yeah.
fair.
You know what I
Very
mean?
fair. Oh, yeah.
It's how my mood. If I'm in a like, you know, chippy mood that I'm just like streaming, I'm just gonna play solo queue, have some fun, and I run into people that you know obviously is running the meme build or meme comp, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. We win, we lose. I'll probably be a little like frustrated if you know they're memeing, but if I'm not in the mood and they like, oh my goodness, I will forever remember this. I was just solo queuing, and it was one of those days I wasn't really in the mood. This was literally last season that Mammal Jungle was a thing, but Mammal Jungle was in a 5-stack. But when you do that as a trio in solo queue with the bombs, and your team has no ADC, which is attack damage carry, so your team just memed the entire. It's a duo trio, right? Wait, was it dual? No, I was solo queue. So it was 2 solo with a trio that with the Mammal Jungle, and I was pulled it to the moon. I'm just like, and because you everybody knows that when you're in solo queue, if you have 2 jungle, you try not to fight over jungle, otherwise it gets worse.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So of course I usually just back. I'm like, I'll play Delphox. Like I don't have the jungle. You do whatever you want. I'll level up. Like, I play in rank. I forget what I play. Probably Delphox or something like that. So the game was so dreading the entire time, because obviously like you don't have main damage. It's just a meme, right? But when I
Right.
was in a good mood, like I'm like, oh, this is funny. They're trying something new. So it depends on my mood. So I don't have like, I don't promote it. I don't promote it. It really depends.
Yeah, no, I feel that. No, I was curious
Yeah.
because no, because I know the way you think and the way you play Unite. So I'm just thinking going forward with the show, I want to ask folks like if they're if they have times where they're into meme comps, if they're not, because I know some people, everyone has their objective with Unite. So
Yeah.
if you know a guest leans more into one, then
Yeah.
I kind of want to ask the question on the other side. You know what I'm saying? If they're just like streaming, having the community not competitive, then I would like try to pose questions where it'd be like, you know, do you see yourself in tournaments? Would you be part of a team? Have you 5-stack before? Stuff like that. So I'm just curious on that. But I definitely agree with on the mood set, because there are times
But
where
here's-
like I'm
yeah.
going to stream and I'm just like, nope, guys, today I'm just dead focused on ripping, nothing else. If you ask to join my queue, don't do anything stupid, bring a rip. But go ahead, sorry.
No, but here's the thing though. It also depends on what I'm running on the stream. Because I do enjoy a meme comp. So because I have viewers game every other Friday. And then I'll play only standard, because I just don't want to do it in ranked. I'll
Yeah.
play only standard, and that's the timing where I run all the memes. We have 5 tank and support. Jungle
it.
invade.
Love it.
It was so fun. It was hilarious. Well, basically, income. We jungle invade as a 5 together, and we go top. And I swear, one of them was Venu, and I think the Venu was confused because it was a standard. Obviously, they probably just there to have fun. So
It's
we're
just
fine
10-year-old Lil Timmy on his iPad.
Yeah. Literally, little team was like, what is going on? They're here all together.
Oh my god, yo.
It was so fun.
Why are there
We
5
and
big guys rapidly approaching me from behind?
then we all move to the top and all move to bot. It's just
That sounds
hilarious.
awesome.
Yeah, and I told that's when I told my community because
Yeah.
I want Unite. I wanted to have a space and time where Unite is just unite to have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
You bring people together, and those are my community games that will do all the silly things.
Love
like
it.
right now we have a lot of team comp that I put up again on just on the side for future community collabs that we can use it as.
Mhm.
You know, like the vegan, which is all the grass types, anything
Yes.
that's grass types,
Yes.
the vegan, right? Or you can anything else you can do like fighting types or base fight type things like that.
Oh yeah.
But those are the things I encourage everybody to do is to have fun with your community. Doing the standards or do
Mhm.
custom games and things like that because we're in a custom game too. And that's when I tell people, hey, this is the time to try your build because nobody cares. Try your build. Do
Exactly.
those things. Do
Yep.
whatever you want. And I do encourage all the content creators, the streamers to give your community a chance because a lot of people they only play solo queue. They don't get to learn, to practice, to run some things for fun. And not that I want to force people to do it, but if you have the platform and then you have a little community, have fun with them. Try the meals. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Agreed.
I remember like a few days ago, I popped into one of Nursey's customs, and
Mm,
it just felt might be a strong word, but liberating just to be able to play who I want. We did all supporters.
mhm,
I think
mhm,
Mhm.
mhm. Yeah,
we did only grass types. Like it was just so fun not having to worry
right.
about the
Exactly.
result. It almost felt like there's this one scene from Haikyuu where Kayama just goes to like a different camp, not worrying about anything, and is just playing with other people for the sake of practicing volleyball. Like it had
Yeah.
that vibe to it.
Yeah, yep, yep. And that's exactly the reason because I Unite doesn't have stressful all the time because it's already
Mhm.
stressful playing solo queue, duo queue, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't
Yeah.
have friends to play five. Even they have five people, like they get murked by other more experienced five people, like five stack.
Mhm.
It's difficult to play the game to be honest with you, like as someone who isn't really into competitive. And these are the times that they get to have some fun, not worry about scoring or how many kills
Yeah.
you get. You just go meme around. So those are the fun things. So awesome question.
No doubt. To end this segment, I'll go and then we'll switch over to Unite Twitter. So for
Mhm.
me, I love custom. When I say custom, I love the meme compositions.
What's your
So-
favorite meme composition?
Yeah, that
Oh.
was good. Yes,
Oh,
yes. What's your favorite?
so I have a bunch. So I'll go in order. So I'll go top three, right? So my third favorite. It's gonna sound weird, but it's Gardevoir Espeon. Because if you're in sync,
Oh.
you can kind of
Oh.
with the ults, right? I've done this a few times. It's like it's amazing just watching them explode. Like you get the Espeon to be pestering all game, and when it's time for ults, right? You get the Espeon to like bait them out, and they think they can just jump on it, right? So the Espeon clicks their ult, and the Gardevoir just comes from the cut, throws the black hole. I always forget the name. I call it black hole. And the combination of those two ults, everybody just disappears, and it's a bunch of Aeos gold everywhere. It is one of them. It's like the most satisfying thing ever.
Wow.
I love
This
it.
is this is the most toxic thing I've ever heard. You are disgusting. Especially, hey, this you're only talking. Here's the thing. I love the fact that Mike was just avoiding only talking about ults. Remember both of their stuns on their regular moves
Yeah.
stuns you for 7 years.
I was thinking like you just changed Psyshock and Moonblast, so they're stunned. for
Thank
5
you.
seconds.
That's what I thought. That's what I
It was
thought. I was
worse.
like,
Yeah,
it was worse.
that works too. That leads up to the whole fight. Yeah.
Oh, we see your
Oh,
true color.
man.
I love it. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate that was so dark.
Oh, that was on
But
my
they're
third.
psychic types.
So yeah, so my second favorite is combining the Blastoise ult with the Pikachu ult.
Oh.
That one is
Oh.
another favorite great destruction right there. Thank
Do
you.
you eject button into the enemy too?
I think he does.
With both characters, yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Will and
Yeah.
I had just
Yeah.
had two
Yeah.
very different reactions.
Yeah.
Will
yeah.
is physically creasing, and I'm just like,
I'm just
yes,
like, oh.
tell me more.
Yep.
Oh.
You double eject in, double alt. Oh, it's fireworks.
Oh.
It's awesome.
'Cause I'm on the I'm on the receiving end. Well, I was on the receiving end of those. They're not obviously not together, but both of them. Oh, good for
Oh,
It
you.
that
is so cool.
reminds me of like
And
I
then-
had this game. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I
Yeah,
had
yeah,
this
yeah.
game where I just mime ulted 4 people, and then my Greninja came in and just ulted everybody. It was beautiful.
Oh,
That is
that's
dirty. That's dirty.
victory. I know. You want to
Um,
talk. Mr. Guardy SG on all disintegrate. We should call that the Thanos.
Oh, we should.
Everybody just gone.
Everyone, it literally just
Reduced to
disappears.
atoms.
But my favorite I've discovered through Randomos here.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
which I really didn't know about before last summer. And you thought the third one was toxic. Like this one right here is probably the most toxic thing I've ever seen. So the combination, the two characters are Crustle and Blissey. And what you do
Why?
is, which does my camera go? What you do is you're gonna be together. Blissey's gonna lock on to Crustle, and then Crustle's gonna run in to said group of people, pop its ult, and while doing this, Blissey pops the ult. So sometimes you can literally just like trail through a chunk of the map before Blissey catches Crustle, and then wait, and then Blissey catches Crustle, and then Crustle has 1 life bar because it's Crustle, hits the ult, gains a shield, and then because Blissey hit it, it now has another shield. So Crustle has 3 layers of life. Sorry, bro.
That is disgusting. And I love it. That is so disgusting.
Yeah.
And I love this. I have that.
Random
I know, I
Moss
can
discovered
play
this.
kind of scenario. Because
Mhm.
here's the thing. Hate is a strong word. I strongly dislike Crustle already because Crustle's annoying. Crustle's fast. So with that because you can see that because Crustle's fast and Blissey ult, you just
Yeah. Mhm.
and both of them just never dies.
Pair
Dude.
that with Dodrio Drill Pack. Imagine.
Oh ew! Oh,
We did
real.
that so many times in practice. At first I was fumbling. I was like, my bad, Random. He's like, don't worry. He's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be nice about it. And then for a string of games, we pulled it off. And when I saw Crustle's life bar, like, does it turn
Phase 2, motherfuckers.
white? Right? Does it turn white? I forget what color it turned. I was like, what is that? I was like, you're like Super Saiyan 3. Like, it's like it's like Street Fighter. You have 3 life bars. Like, it was insane. Oh my goodness. But yeah.
It's like you got 2 Shanshu bean. You just like ate it and boom, exploded.
Seriously.
You're about to die? No, Shanshu bean.
No, sensu boom. Boom. So we're gonna switch over to Unite Twitter, and
That's good.
one of my favorite things we used to do, we're gonna bring back because you know, we all love the games while we're here. Just want to catch up on the news, latest things happening.
Oh yeah, the patch and stuff, new things.
Yeah. So what they've been putting out a lot has been these looking back at 2022 tweets. Have you guys checked them out?
Yeah, a lot actually.
Yeah, they got popular suits. They have the cup announcement. They have the top 3 most used holowares. Apparently, we got Lucario Conscious Island 3rd, Fashionable Pikachu in 2nd, and Beach Style Venusaur in 1st. I never would have thought.
It doesn't actually surprise me because it's one of the first free ones you get.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, free skin. That makes sense.
And it looks good. It's
look
a
good.
somewhat decent free skin too.
Yeah. Oh, here's a spicy one. So apparently 25 million players have won MVP. Randomos, Will, what's your opinion on people who win MVP?
Oh my god, the MVP. The MVP was, I'm not gonna lie, MVP was one of the most useless stats across the entire Unite. I don't care what anybody says. And the reasoning behind, from my point of view, is there's no way to determine why they're MVP.
I
I
don't.
mean,
You know
they
what I mean? Like,
backcapped at 100 at Ray. What are you gonna do about it?
Exactly. It could be capping. I think the most recent one is if you take most objectives and you tank the most damage, you have a higher chance to get MVP. Because I got a lot when I play slow, bro. And I think that's what I realized. If you support the tank the most, I think that's why like most of the MVPs. And if like if your tank or support doesn't do much, and you do the most damage, or wait, I think most kills, and you take all the objectives or most objectives, you have a higher chance to get MVP, which is just ridiculous. It doesn't make any difference. Like it's not what MVP is for, but you'll see people grinding MVP stats by backcapping, like randomize it, and that happens. You can't stop them because what are you gonna do about it?
Absolutely nothing. It's disgusting. But what's
Oh,
not
I see
disgusting
the tweet you have
is
up.
the
Oh, yes.
spice. Yeah, the spice in the comment section. Because when I was scrolling through these, looking back at 2022s, they're all kind of mid. But I love the comments in this thread, man. Everybody listening on audio, come check this out on YouTube. And then make sure you go check out Pokemon Unite Twitter, because man, this thread is awesome. One of my favorite tweets
in that thread, yeah.
Oh, the tea
in that thread is
tastes so
awesome.
good. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Cookie dough, YouTube. She was like, I personally love when they spam ping thanks at 10, sit in base at 9 minutes after losing lane,
Yep.
surrender at 5. Shout out to us.
Surrender at 5.
Surrender at 5. Ult at 220 and back
Yes,
cap.
oh my god. Ult at 220 and back cap at 2 for MVP. Literally. And you can't make this shit up. That's
can't.
literally vividly going through in my head right now. That's exactly the rundown.
Man.
Mike, can you show our comments?
Oh, most definitely. So I had to quote this tweet, and I was like, "Well, I already got surrender at 5, so let's test some side names." And I was like, I said, "Welcome to Alt 220, the show where everyone hates you if you do this shit." And then I was like, "Welcome to Back Cap at 2 minutes. I'm your host, Mike Lowry, and boy, ain't no way my jungler just back cap, bruh."
Oh yes, especially it's for some reason it's the jungler that backcaps and come back. Obviously the team fight's already half gone, already done, that they sit in the top L bush, the center race.
Ooh.
The Cinder Race.
Top bush, because they still have ults. They were backcapping, they still have ults. And then ulted too early and not secure Zach.
Disgusting.
That was my favorite at all time.
Man. We had Random Moss on Twitter.
Crazy.
Says,
Can I read these next 3?
oh,
Because
please do.
Yes, do it. Oh
Please
my
do.
god, let's do it. Oh yes.
I just saw these while I was waiting for class, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get on them.
Oh, that's
Thank you
Twitter
for
life.
tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to Spam Ping Thanks at 10, the show all about being as fake as possible. And then honestly, I just kind of heard about them for a couple times ago, but to Pink Neckos, another Sableye enjoyer. And
Shout out to
I
Pink.
just saw this 10 seconds ago and realized I need to read this. Welcome to Disconnect at Select Screen, where I talk about what's on my mind because my internet is acting up and I'm unable to chat with anyone else at the moment.
It's been happening for what, a season and a half now. This season was the past season was specifically bad. You just DC. We did that
Ooh.
on Scrim all the time.
Man.
Anyway, sorry, that was
MV.
good. That was so
And
good.
finally,
Yeah,
and welcome back to Sit in Base at 9, because people who do this had or still have a bedtime at 9 p.m. sharp.
that was the best one. Oh my god.
That is the best. I didn't read through that at the end until then. I'm like, yo, that is right.
That's so true. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. I have
These
to actually
people.
go through this entire thread because this is just literally, oh my goodness.
Speaking
That
of
was good
Unite
stuff.
Twitter, is it cool if I put a tweet in chat? You just kind of look at it, and I just kind of want to see how you two react to it. Mike,
Oh,
you
no
heard
doubt.
this one
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
before,
yeah.
at
Of
least
course.
from me.
This is
I want to
what this
see
is.
how you. I want to see how you two react to this.
Okay.
Oh, here's one. I want to check this one out. So the top most picked Pokemon in the past year. Third place is Charizard. Second place is Greninja. And for audio listeners, you guessed it right. Number 1, Pikachu. Everybody loves Pikachu.
I think that just
it's mascot.
it's just the popularity contest at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It
guessing
is.
Lucario's 4.
Look at these.
It probably it could
all
be.
of Ash's
it could really
little
could
mascots here.
Be. Yeah.
All the Ashcots. Oh yeah.
Literally, yeah.
In the last year, they've added 18 new Pokemon, which I think is actually pretty cool. Shout out to them for that. Shout out to them. 18 new Pokemon.
Though. I agree. 18 new Pokemons. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm actually surprised there wasn't any like significantly amount of new defenders. I actually agree. Like I don't really. It's not that it bothers me, but
Yeah.
it does. I do wonder why there's no new selections of defenders. Because somebody, of course, somebody added it.
It's only
into their
one.
rating defender. Yeah.
Trevenant.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. If you look at it, there actually isn't any
Hey,
defender.
yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is actually crazy.
Good
And,
eyeball.
like,
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Damn, they slick.
I was rooting for Snivy to come in as a defender.
I mean, can they put defenders behind a paywall? Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
There it is.
Gemlock
And
that.
there's
Figured it
my
out.
Beautiful Delphox.
It better be Lapras. But anyway, all right.
Yo, Lapras, yo, actually, yes.
Dude, that would be sweet.
But we
Yeah.
have enough serve. We already have enough serve. Just let me
Ooh.
walk. Let me properly walk from this end to the other
Let me
end
walk.
without getting served back and forth. Okay. Like the
Well,
fact that they gave Mew serve from
Oh my God.
2022 serve you to 2023. I'm so over it.
Bro, that purple surf magic water, I'm done with that. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Speaking of new hype stuff that's coming in,
Yeah.
brand new character confirmed by the company. You know, everyone loves, leaks and
Yeah.
rumors and stuff. We all do. But
Yeah.
this is confirmed. Flower
Yeah.
Power is coming to Eos Island. Comfey joins Pokemon Unite on February 2nd. Let's go, fellas.
Like
How hyped are
that's
you?
just the hype has been building up for the entire last season because the league came out. I think just last season, and there were actually only limited amount of things that came out about Comfey. So I'm excited to see how she's gonna work actually, because I'm not gonna lie, her leak confuses me. I actually didn't quite understand how she works. It just looks very confusing. And for my dumb mind, when I read things, I'm just gonna leave this to my team for them to read it and explain to me in a TLDR. But I'm excited for it to come. This is gonna absolutely shake up the game.
I'm really curious. Like I just want to see it in action. Like something's wrong with my brain where it's broken, where someone can explain it to me, and I'm like, yeah. And when they look away, I'm like, nah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's me all the time. That's literally me all the time. Guilty as charged.
I really want to play and see what it's like. And I make this up here, but I fully believe when it comes out, it's gonna be very strong because it's gonna have what I non-trademark as the new character release buff.
Oh.
You know, so yeah, I think it'll be a monster. They gotta have it strong on release. I used to play a lot of card games. Will, I'm not for sure if I told you. A lot of Hearthstone, a lot of Magic the Gathering. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, Pokemon, Yu Yu Hakusho, dude, all kind of card games. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
Hakusho. Oh my god.
You remember?
I cannot believe you just said that. Yu Yu Hakusho.
My man.
First of all,
Yeah.
best. I have to say best anime ever. It's like my top 3.
Yeah.
Best
Yeah.
ever.
It is so cool. Yu Yu Hakusho. Pow. Oh yeah. Okay. But in card games, you may know, but I'm just saying it just to talk because we're in this time. They have this thing called power creep. So when the original first set of cards come out, that's what you have. And when the next set comes out, on the business side, the company needs to make money because of all the cash they put in to start the company, marketing, promotions, cards being made, first set, now the second set. So your blue cup, and from the first set, when it comes out in the second set, it's going to have +2 attack, and
It's gonna have a whole
an ability.
cap on it.
It's going to have that. It's going to be what Randomoss has, right? And then when it comes out in the third set, it's going to be something even, it's going to be huge. It's probably going to be this right here, right? Boom. Now it's a pot. You know what I'm saying? It's huge.
Yeah.
So power creep.
That's a whole ass bowl right there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So they
literally,
make,
I was gonna say.
so they make cards bigger and badder the more time goes on, so people will buy them. And I fully believe same thing happens in video games, especially this game. The more characters come out, I believe the bigger and badder they're going to be than Charizard. That first iteration Charizard, I see why they changed his ultimate to work the other way. Because if it was the original way, he'd be destroying everybody. But as Urshifu came out, Urshifu's a big, bad motherfucker, you know? Oh, we cuss here, we smoke, we drink, it's okay, rated R, it's okay. But they got to have powerful characters coming out. So I fully believe when this one comes out, it's going to be super strong. They'll give us some time, some cute little hollowware, get that cash money flow coming in, because we all got to know. They got to make that money, you know what I'm saying? You guys know how it goes. Make that money.
They do it all the time.
Hit the wrong sound effect.
I agree.
Boom.
It's gonna be somewhat like overpowered in a way, and then they'll just nerfed it a little bit later on after, or make it bugged. Sometimes I feel like they bugged the characters on purpose. I sort of think they're actually not that oblivious. I think they did it on purpose. Just like you said, for the power spike that everybody wants to play. Everybody remembers Mime when Mime had the gold crazy hollowware that came out and Mime was busted for how long?
Yo.
Right? Everybody feels what a nightmare. Right? That nightmare Mime era was the most fancy skin that Mime's ever released.
Fancy skin. You fancy, huh? Yeah.
Ooh, I know.
There's evidence to back that. Oh boy.
There is. But yeah, right there we have it. Some Unite Twitter. Appreciate you guys checking it out with us.
Oh, you forgot to look at my tweet.
Oh.
I put it in chat a little bit ago. I mainly just want to see Will's reaction to this.
I'm actually excited because
okay, let's
you
check it
shouldn't.
Let's see here.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna click this link Randomoss put in chat. For those listening on audio, make sure you come check this out.
Because I did make a Twitter this year. I think it was January 1st. Yeah.
What a New Year's resolution! That is amazing, right there.
No, I'm gonna spam your
joins the chaos.
My endless of tweet.
Okay, ready? I got the tweet on screen here. Oh my goodness, this guy! Look at this. He can't be serious. What is this? Wow.
I'm just because I'm still watching his stream, so I'm waiting for it to show up.
He wants Unite. He wants the devs to give Crustal stealth.
No.
Yes.
No. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Always have been, always will be.
Yeah. My man's
we're just not gonna see things, isn't it? Literally, like, we're just not gonna see things. Vision overrated. You know what? I might as well play without my glasses on.
Tripping.
I have the channel point redeemed that I will not see. I might as well just play without my glasses on. What's the point? No, I think absolutely fucking not.
So when I saw the tweet, I might have liked it just on habit, but I think I told myself, I was like, nope, don't like this. Two reasons.
This was your hand. Like, oh, it's my friend. No.
I was like, one, I was like, this motherfucker is crazy. If I like this, other Unite players are gonna think I'm crazy too by association. And then two, I was like, if I click like, that means I'm enabling this psychotic behavior. And what did I do convincing this guy to join Twitter? He's on the dark side. He's on the wrong side. Also,
here's a fun fact. Psychopaths are people who do things because they want to, but they aren't aware of how people feel about it. Now, sociopaths are the same way, except they know exactly what they're doing to other people.
Oh, he's defining the crazy.
What I'm saying.
He's defining the crazy. Okay.
For the longest time, I am actually a sociopath.
It just took me till January 1st to realize it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I purposely fire spin people just to make their life miserable. That was
Oh
just
man,
it.
yo,
And I
fire
love it.
spin. Oh my goodness, with the right teammates is so cool. Hey, little
I
target,
love
thank you
fire
for that
spin.
follow. I appreciate it.
I'm the avid fire spin believer. Like, but I had to switch a flame charge from the last 2 seasons just because it's so
Oh
broken.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Mm.
anyway.
Everybody
love
forgot how like insane Fire Spin was.
Oh,
For
I
real.
never. I want them to bring it back. Sorry, I'm probably like off target. I want them to bring back fire spin. It was
Ooh.
so good because
Mm-hmm.
the chase speed was just fast enough. Greedon wouldn't walk out. Blastoise wouldn't spin out, or anybody wouldn't just dash out.
Right.
Now people just like da 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 da, just walk out fire spin.
Just Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I'm pretty good at like placing them on the most annoying spots, but people just walked out or dashed out.
Mm-mm.
I just look silly when I play fire spin, like half the time when I'm not with the right teammate. Because when you're with the right teammate, it's really good. But when I'm solo
Right.
queuing, stupid. I just spin people around for no reason, and that was it.
Yep.
Hey,
But
so
anyway, yeah, that was
thank you guys for watching on Twitch. You're watching us with iWillLift here on episode 18. Before we get out of here and do our closing, one last question we like to ask the guests so we have it on file. And then,
Yes.
you know, whoever gets their guess right, you know, can pump it up, beat their chest so they called it first. So we like to give you 3. So
okay.
can you give us 3 Pokemon that you would love to see come to Unite?
Oh, well, I already kind of gave away for one, so I want to see Snivy as the
Snivy, okay.
defender.
Superior?
I love Snivy, like, and yeah,
Superior as
with
defender. How
Yeah.
would that work?
well, I mean, cause like he is tanky in the main series, right? So like for Superior, and it's 3 evolutions, so it does suits, and it's an basically what was I gonna say, fits its starter too. So if you have like Leaf Storm in a way where either you do like boost up your own like stats, gain more defensive than things
Wait,
like that.
what if they
or-
put Contrary into Unite?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Oh, okay. I like
Yeah.
that.
that'd be cool.
yeah. And
Nice.
the second one, I forgot which one it was that I was talking about. This was one. Oh, Chandelure, which was a rumor that's gonna be in.
Ooh.
Chandelure, I want Chandelure to be in Unite. He was
Okay.
one of my favorite ghost type. But what I mean, Chandelure is gonna come in with like fire. It's gonna be somewhat close to Gengar, I feel like, with some fire moves and some ghost moves and things like that. I just love Chandelure as the design of a Pokemon.
Yeah.
But my absolute favorite that I want to be put in Unite is Psyduck and Golduck. And
Ooh, Gold Duck.
and-
Okay.
Psyduck, one of the I even have that craft out in a Twitter. I said I want Psyduck to have the Oblivious, either as a passive or as a move, or sorry, Amnesia, Amnesia as a move or passive. If you get hit, the opponent's move randomized
Oh, okay.
for a set amount of time, say like 10
Yeah.
seconds or 15 seconds. I want that to be one of his moves. And obviously his Unite move would be Migraine or massive headaches or stuff like that, where it just lift everybody up like Espeon or whatever.
Oh, like the anime, you mean?
Yeah. But yeah, because Psyduck is my favorite Pokemon across amongst all like Delphox, Ninetales, and everything. Psyduck's my favorite because he's just so cute and dumb. It's just so cute.
Yo,
And
I
want
like
them
these
to be in
picks.
Unite, right?
We got Gold Duck,
Just no surf. Yes, no
Chandelure,
surf. I'm
and
done with surf.
Superior. Yeah, no more surfs.
Yeah.
No more surfs.
Yeah. And Superior.
That's cool.
Yeah. And think of it like Rap would be a great move early game
Oh,
as well.
that's
mid-game.
crazy CC though.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
exactly.
That
And also
sounds
tank.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a tank you need because you wrap, then you basically you dash and wrap them, and then they're unable to move for 2 seconds. But then you're also wrapped with them, so you can take damage at the same time if that happens. So
Oh,
it's
so
not
you
that it's
can't
always
move either.
invincible.
Okay.
Exactly, right? So there's going to be counters and things like that. Or when you wrap them, your defense goes up for a short time. Things like that, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely some
I
great
want
picks here.
Superior.
Hell yeah, man. I like it. Superior, Chandelure, and Golduck. I'm loving that right there.
Somebody said reverse Comfey.
Oh, yeah. That could be something.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
That would be something. It's a grass type, so it's got a chance to get in this game because they got a lot of grass types in this game. God damn it! Holy crap!
Definitely.
Holy
Vegan power. Vegan power.
Yo,
I think we definitely need more bug types in this game, though.
for real, Erica would love this
I
game. They got
agree.
mad grass types and fairy types too. But before I go on a rant, that should be a side episode. I can just rant on types. But
yeah. True.
we want to thank our guest here. You know, one more time. We got Big Will joining the show today. As we get out of here, we like to give shout outs to our socials and stuff. So I'll go first. I'll let Random go, and then we'll pass it to Will. So Random I'm sorry. I said I'll go first. I'm so used to saying Random. I'm trying to switch it up here. Wow. My name's Mike. You guys can find me on Twitter at Mike Lowry Pod. I like to tweet a lot too. A lot of times I'm just replying to other tweets because everybody else is cool. I've noticed on Twitter that they've changed up the algorithm. I'm seeing tweets from 3 days ago, 2 days ago, a day ago, not really the current stuff. So I've added people to a Pokémon Unite Twitter list. If you're not on there, hey, tag me, DM me, I'll get you on there. If I come across you, I'll add you to it. Because with this list, I'm now able to see everybody in actual real time. So I've discovered a way to beat the system. I'm not sure what's going on Twitter. It's a lot of weird stuff, but if you make a list, you're able to see the tweets you want to see from the people you want to hear from in real time. And you guys know that Random Moss and iWillLift are definitely on those lists. So come check me out. Go ahead, Random Moss.
Yeah, I do have a Twitter. And I also stream on Twitch every now and then. So hopefully you can swing by twitch.tv/randomos. I'm always vibing to either Sonic or Shantae music. Just join me, vibe. I'm going to be playing some Unite, and we're just going to have a great time.
Nice. My man, Will, thank you for joining the show. Can you let the folks at home know where they can find you and your content online?
Yes, for sure. Well, first of all, I actually wanted to thank the host, Mike and Renemas, for having me on the show. This is such an honor. I had so much fun. Thank you
Appreciate
for letting
it.
me be a guest on the show. And I'm sorry I talked a lot, so I'm probably dragged our time for twice as long.
No, man, this is perfect. This is what contents need. This is what podcasts need. They need this content. They need that fire, that energy. You can't have a podcast with no energy, lame, quiet. Nah, thank you, man, for real.
I'll get randoms all the socials in a few seconds, because now that I didn't know you have Twitter, so I'll get your Twitter and your because I'll be able to go back to my Twitch to get your Twitch account to follow as well. But yeah, so for the runs that you guys are watching later on in YouTube, if you don't know me, my name is Will. Again, you can call me Lift. You can find all of my socials. So I have a Twitter. So my Twitter is actually iWill424, which if you search iWillLift, I'll pop up. Because the only person that owns iWillLift on Twitter, I'm very salty about it, hasn't logged in since 2016. And I actually DM him, see if he is willing to give up iWillLift as a handle, and no response. Obviously, doesn't use Twitter.
Damn.
But if you search iWillLift, because I'm so active on it, I built it up, so it will pop up. So if you search Twitter on iWillLift, Instagram, it's the same. All of my handles are the same. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Snapchat, YouTube, and Instagram as well, and Facebook. If you search iWillLift everywhere, all the streamline, you'll be able to find me everywhere. On a side note, I'm actually also a certified personal trainer, so I also have a sponsorship company from MyProtein. Yeah, so I actually have a sponsor from MyProtein, so they have supplements and clothing and everything. So that's why if you see the link, the tap.bio link, the first page is all my social, but if you swipe to the next one, it's my Twitch. If you're here to watch my stream, I stream every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I have viewers game on every Friday and collaborations on Saturday and Sunday with different streamers and different content creators and different types of it. So you can find me basically everywhere on social. If you Google iWillLift, you probably have a good chance to find me somewhere. Just so you know, I'm loud loud and obnoxious, and I tweet,
Hell yeah.
Instagram, Snapchat a lot. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not sorry about it.
I love it.
So follow at your own risk. You see, like today, I was literally venting about people who drive small cars in the parking lot lies a lot. In
Can't
real
trust
life.
him. Can't trust him.
You can't
See?
trust them.
See, I read
you
it.
Really
Hey.
can't.
I read it.
You get it. Yeah, I drive by. I'm like, oh, get your tiny car out of the parking lot. I thought it was a parking spot, but anyway, yeah, that's my most recent tweet. So there's
that.
that.
No, man, you really bring the heat. And being active on social, I think, is a good thing, especially when you're someone like you, genuine. You're just being yourself, and you're just putting yourself out there. And I think it's pretty cool, man. So love everything you do. Thank you for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. And you got a lot. You have a lot going on. So if you guys are not tuned in to iWillLift, hopefully now you guys are locked in from him coming on Surrender at 5 podcast. And real quick before Randomos gives us our tag, I do want to say we did a couple polls. The people have spoken. Couple upgrades we're making in this transition, 2023, starting things great. We will now be getting a blue check mark on Twitter. We're gonna be verified.
Ooh, that's exciting.
The people have spoken. And then the second thing, the last thing, people have decided it's time for Surrender at 5 to have its own brand new YouTube channel. So we're gonna be launching that tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So what we're gonna do is re-upload all the episodes to Surrender at 5. We had a couple shows in the past few days, so those haven't been uploaded yet, so that'll save me that backtrack time.
Yeah.
But I will be on stream, vibing out, hanging out, probably playing some games, watching some videos while we do the upload. So it's not gonna be a sit here boring session like, oh man, this stinks. Now we're gonna make it a community thing, hang out, have some fun. So the podcast will be verified on Twitter, and we will be on YouTube. And Elon Musk, man, give my man Will his tag. You know what I'm saying? You switching things up at Twitter, you know, you can switch that up. You know what I'm saying? All these dead accounts, that
just
ain't
hand that over. The guys that use
real
it.
talk. Real talk. So with that, Brandon Moss, what you got for us?
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And if you see us online, surrender at 5.
I love it.